Well, Washington has some of the strictest police reform laws in the nation, created after George Floyd died in police custody almost 3 years ago.
And many law enforcement officers now say those state laws are stopping them from doing their jobs. Cap KVU's Rylee Fitzgerald joins us live in studio. And Rylee, you've been talking to one state agency who is hoping to turn this back around.
Yes, Maddie, the state's largest law enforcement labor advocacy organization, WACOPS, says legislators have the chance to help officers and law enforcement protect their communities. WACOPS is the Washington Council of Police and Sheriffs. They're hoping to provide insight on what local law enforcement agencies don't have the chance to tell lawmakers.
In the wake of our reforms, our state has certainly not been able to respond effectively and control the spike in crime here.
According to Teresa Taylor, executive director with WACOPS, Washington state has seen a record high number of homicides and a record number of deaths on the highways. WACOPS says they want the legislature to refocus on safe communities, crime reduction, and victims' rights.
What we fear and what we're seeing develop as a result of some of these reforms is either a direct correlation to the increase in crime or a stark change in the way law enforcement is able to combat that crime.
WACOPS attends state hearings and testify on behalf of the state's law enforcement to keep police work non-political. According to Taylor, the Washington state legislature has heavily focused on law enforcement reform for the past several years.
We definitely have seen a shift in the makeup of our population of law enforcement, and we are not keeping up with the hiring demands necessary.
This, according to several local law enforcement agencies, has had negative effects on recruitment, retention, and the rhetoric of how the community sees police officers. We've been seeing this in our own area for months. It's hard to hire, and it's hard to keep people in the profession.
It's not necessarily hard to hire, it's hard to find people that are willing to still do the job.
The profession in general across the nation is experiencing the same crisis. It's a hard job, and here in Washington, we've had some legislative reforms which caused some officers to leave the profession altogether.
With police reform still on the table, WACOPS is hoping lawmakers look at things from a law enforcement perspective.
I think what's important is that our legislature take the responsibility to reflect upon changes that they've made and therefore be continually interested in learning and making course corrections.
Tomorrow afternoon, lawmakers in the State House will hold a hearing on a proposal to loosen the rules for police chases after more than a year of strict restrictions. As we follow this, we'll be sure to keep you updated as we get more information on what is to happen. Maddie and Jason, back to you.